Madam, I entered this house in my 29th year. I have never seen or encountered any of the great movements of this century. I was not a part of the freedom movement, obviously. I have not witnessed Swami Vivekanand ji or Jai Prakash Narayan ji or Pandit ji or Vinoba Bhave ji. But when I saw the initiative that Shri Anna Hazare ji had taken, it sparked something within me. There are hundreds of millions of young people in this country, madam, that may not be agitating on the streets today, but in their own quiet and dignified way. This movement has changed all of us for the better. All of us, in some way, shape or form, were passive observers. Many people even considered themselves fence sitters. It was very fashionable to say that there's something wrong with the system, there's something wrong, there's something broken. But this movement has convinced almost the entire youth of this country that they are active agents of change, that they can rise up and be counted, that their voices will not get beaten down, that when they stand, it will make a difference. This entire day today is a testimony to that fact. Madam, listening to the debate over the last 2-3 weeks, it occurs to me that a manufactured divide is being brought about between this great institution of Parliament and the people that we represent. Madam, this sets about a very dangerous precedent for the future of all of us. When you study history, as Shri Sharma said before me, you will realize that under colonial times, it was the state that was sovereign. But as our nation achieved freedom, it was the people that became sovereign. It is very clear to me that we must stand here and speak as servants of the people, as mirrors of the people that we represent, by taking the stand that is today in the hearts and minds of Indians, a stand that is displayed on the streets outside Parliament as we leave today. Madam, a churning has taken place. We could say it was a silent revolution, except it's not so silent anymore. And it has compelled us, it has in a way forced our hand to react. Today the nation looks to us for a solution, not semantics, for answers. What have we seen in the last 2 weeks of debate, specifically from the Treasury benches, but in some shape or form from perhaps all of us? We've been talking about protecting the privileges of Parliament. That's fine. But what about protecting the privileges of the people? Madam, the people's rights in our democracy cannot be extinguished after casting a vote once every 5 years. It is the people that must govern and rule, maybe not through referendums, the kind that we see in Europe or Africa or in several parts of the world, where if the public has something very important to say, a referendum is conducted. There are no points of recall in our democracy. But at the end of the day, madam, it is our duty to reflect public opinion, not to judge it and reject it. Madam, why are young people on the streets today? The numbers can be debated, but why are there young people on the street today? Because, madam, corruption affects our self-esteem as a nation. If a young person has to stand in line for a job and to pay a bribe of 50,000 or lakh of rupees to get a government job, it affects your self-esteem as an Indian. That's why young people are on the street today. If you're a person who's a rickshaw puller or a street vendor or a farmer who goes to the mandi to sell his produce, if you have to pay 20 or 30% bribes, madam, not only does it depress incomes of Indians, but it also makes them go hungry. The fact remains, madam, that the movement has been an entirely spontaneous one that has erupted from almost all of our individual constituencies. All of us know this. All of us are getting calls from our constituents saying, why don't you speak on this? Why don't you speak for Hazare? मैं केवल ये बोल रहा हूं कि हम सब लोग ये कल्पना करते हैं, चाहे कांग्रेस के हो, चाहे हम हो, चाहे वामपंथी साथी हो, चाहे जो भी हो, कि इस आंदोलन द्वारा, इस नए रास्ते द्वारा, इस सोच की जीत हो, हमारे देश के नवनिर्माण की जीत हो। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू।